do
Okay.
in this situation. Offspring of the
President, I'm getting out.
Let's get us AT Tiny in here. Edit. How do we bring a picture in? Alright, so we got that layer. Control V. Nope, that didn't do it. Edit layer, I need to put a Alright, let's go here. Here. Yep, that's what I want right there. That's what I want. And I lost it. Where'd it go? Where's my layers at again? There. I mean, a good spot for this. Let's see. Alright, let's try that. Okay, so we have analog 1. To analog 1 and analog 0. Analog 1 and analog 0. There we go. Let's color them. All right, and we got a void loop. Then from the void loop, we need to have a decision. And let's go with yellow for decision. Is the battery low? We need an output. Delay. That's a display. We do need a display. Terminator. That'll be right. Alright, so is the battery low? That one, this one, and this one. Nope, that ain't what I wanted. Oh, that's weird. It looked like it was off, but I guess it's not. Okay. So is the battery low? And let's add in. Move this over a bit. And why are you that? Um, and nothing there. No, that ain't what I want. Should be this one. That not looking right. That should be facing the other way. Oh, it's just too close. There we go. That's working. If yes, then it goes here. And this will be... Okay, I got these two swapped. So I need to pull this one over here, and this one. Move this line. Move this line. This one over here. Like that one there. Like that one there. Okay. Okay, so we'll light the red LED. Stop loop. And that'll be the end of that, and it will return back to the loop, so. That'll be the end of that. Now we got an if no. We'll go down this way. And we need okay, so that's good there. This is good here. Okay, I need an LED. Oh, which one? Let's see, this pin is taken. I need to mark these out. Alright, so I need to bring this on top. Cut this. Go this layer, paste it. There we go. Alright, let's change the dots. Spider. There we go. And let's make it alright, so that one's done. Control C, Control V. That one's done. We got 2 pins down. Now we need one for an LED. Let's see if we can use a digital pin. Everything's an analog, I think. This one's not. Yeah, it is. Okay, if it's an analog, then we can use it 2 different directions. Let's use this one twice. Control V. This will be A2. So let's do an output here. Too close still. Alright, let's change this back to a 1. Oh, this one. And the line back to a regular line. Oh, it needs to be black. Okay, so this will be A2, and I need to change all this right here. Cut that. Paste this. Right. Lock that there. Alright, so this will be A2. Oh, don't need it down there. A2. And this will be A2 low. Alright, so if A2 goes low, that'll be a red LED. So this whole side's done. I'm working on this side.
Mater Dash. What are we working on today?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Cole? We're working on designing the sketch for the power supply unit. We're trying to work out the logic circuits. So here's what we got so far. This is the start of the program, is the void loop. As soon as the program starts, it's going to run an if command, and it's going to check the battery level. If the battery's low, and it senses that the battery's low, it's going to go this way, and it's going to light up a red LED. And so we got the output for the red LED to the AT-Tiny. There's the microchip. And so it's going to light up on the pin A2, which I have it struck out here. Let me uncover it. There we go. Pin A2, which will be pin 7. And it's going to make it low. I got that signified down here. And so I'm going to use that pin two ways. If it goes low, it's going to light up a red LED. And if that pin goes high, it should light up a green LED, which I haven't got it sketched out yet. I'm still working on that part. And so that pin's going to be taken for the LEDs for the battery. If it goes low, then it'll light up the red. If it goes high, then it'll light up the green. And then it's going to stop right there. Once when it hits this, it's going to go to a continuous loop. It's just going to keep checking the battery. It's going to sense the battery's low, light up the red. It's going to check the battery, sense the battery's low, light up the red. It's just going to continuously loop right there. It's not going to go any further. And now, if the battery's good or medium or partially charged or charged enough to run, then we're going to go and pass this loop, and we're going to continue down to the process. So that's where I'm making now. It's the rest of the process. So if the battery's good, what are we going to do? We're going to start a pulse width modulation. That's what we're going to do. So we need a decision, a delay, a start. That's what we need.
Awesome, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Sounds like some fun for today.
Yeah, I thought I'd do it. Ain't my streaming day, but I thought I was going to be messing with it, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and stream a little bit of it, and I'm going to be messing with it anyway, so we might as well get some ideas going with it. So, okay, so we're going to start. Starts are going to be green, so there's a nice green color. And this is going to be start. PWM, pulse width modulation, and we'll start it at 10%. 10% is usually a good start. All right. Now we're going to do an if command, so we need the little triangle. Decision making. Decisions are yellow. And this is an if yes, so let's put a yes here. Okay, we gotta pull this down. Pull this down. I already see a problem there, so fix that. If This is an if no. There we go. So if no, this happens. If yes, this happens. And wait, if battery is low. Okay, so I had that right. If battery is low, is battery low? If yes, we go down this rate. If no, we go this way. And then we need a third one. Right. So I had that right the first time. So then I need another one.
There you go.
Over here. Not the same color. There, light green. All right, let's put a text there. All right, let's fix this line. Had to put a manual line in here, I think. And another one. Okay. So if it's a yes, it'll go red. If it's a no, it'll start to pulse width modulation. And if it's low, I mean it's, you know, not 100%. Either way, it'll blink the LED, and it'll blink it at a rate as to how strong the battery is. If it's fully charged, it'll be 100% green. If it's, you know, 50% charged, it'll blink it, you know, slowly. And if it's almost dead, it'll just barely blink the LED at all. So that'll be this, and then that's also going to go to this pin. So I need to put this pin here. Oh, wrong one. That's going to be this one. Nope. Nope. think that's the same one right there. That's going to be A2 high red. A2 there. So I'm using one pin to do two different LEDs. If it goes high, it'll blink the green. If it goes low, it'll blink the red. So let me turn that back on. So I'm using 3 pins completely. The top pin will be used automatically because that's your voltage in. This pin will be used because it's ground. Pulse width modulation. That's got to go to a pin on its own. So we need a pin for that. Let's see, which one should we use? That's a reset pin. We can use, let's just use them in order. We can use A2. We're using 0, 1. We'll use a standard 4. And that'll be the pulse width modulation pin. I don't think I'm going to use it for anything else. I think that's going to be it. All right, and now let's see. If voltage if V in less than 2.5 is V in less than 2.5? That would be the question. Let me think about the loop here. Is V in less than 5? Okay, I need to put an insert here. Da, 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 da. Preparation? I don't think so. I think it'd be what it would be considered. Wouldn't be a loop limit. I think it'd be collate. Not sure what to use. Could be a merge or storage. Not a manual input. Guess it would be a predefined process. All right, there we go. Now, is VN less than 2.5? And we're going to go with every time it puts the text below it. I don't know why it does that automatically. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on with these lines here. Alright, let's get rid of some of these lines. Getting a little bit out of control. There. Increase PWM by 1%. There, that looks right. And then it makes a loop there. So here we go. Start pulse width modulation at 10%, and that goes to pin 4. Adjust the pulse width modulation, and it won't do it for the first round. Is voltage in less than 2.5? If yes, then I need to move this over here. Over here. I don't know what this line's doing. Oh, I see. It's attaching to the text. It isn't attaching to the... Okay, well, that's interesting. And then I need to add a text here. It'll say if yes. Okay, so adjust PWM. If yes, increase pulse width modulation by 1%. Okay, and then it continues around the loop. And it'll continue to do that until VN equals 2.5. Okay, so that sounds good. Now, if not, I actually need to change this. If it's less than 2.45, because I don't need it to sit there and bounce and oscillate. So if it's less than 2.45. All right, if it's less than that. Okay, so now I need another for loop. So we're gonna go with another decision. See how much paper we got here. Okay, we're getting there. It's coming along. All right, so let's do a, well, we're getting kind of low here. See what happens if I add something down here. Okay, good. It just transfers it. Good. All right, so adjust pulse width modulation. Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome to Sandbag. I'm working on my process for my sketch for, hold on a second, let me zoom out so you can see it. Sketch for my Arduino program. And so I'm trying to figure out all the steps that I need to have programmed into the sketch. And so all this is going to be programmed into my little microcontroller. Matter of fact, I need to mark off one of these legs here. So let me go to this level and take that line and we'll copy it And we'll paste it over here. Because we just took this pin and used him. That pin's now used. I got 2 pins left. Go back over here, lock that level, and go back down here. So, what it's going to do is, it starts a loop if it senses that the battery's low. It's going to light up a red LED, and it's going to loop around, and then sense if the battery's low, light up a red LED, loop around, sense if the battery's low. It's just going to keep doing that because it's going to, the battery isn't going to be charged. So let's say you plug it in, you look at it, the red light's on, you plug it in, and it starts charging the battery. But it's not going to be charged instantly, so it's just going to keep doing this one loop until the battery reaches a point that it's charged enough to run. Once that happens, it's going to break this loop, and it's going to start coming down this way. And what it's going to do is it's going to blink the green LED to let it know that it's okay to run, and then you can see that your item's now charged. And it's going to start the process. It's going to start up a pulse width modulation at 10%, which actually activates the device. And then it's going to check how much voltage it has and adjust the pulse width modulation. If it's less than 2.5 volts, in other words, it ain't got enough voltage, the device doesn't, then it's going to increase by 1%. It's just going to keep increasing until it reaches 2.45 volts. When it does that, it's going to break this loop, and it's going to continue down here. And now that's where I'm at now. I haven't gotten any farther yet. So let me change this color here. And we'll make it a blue. That's an adjust command, so orange. Yeah, adjust command. And this is a data. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's over here. This is data, so it can be an off-colored gray. That's good. Okay, so if yes, and then we go over here. Okay, now is VN greater than 2.55 volts. And this is going to be a C. Okay, is it less than that? Yes, and it circles there. If not, so I need a text here. There we go. Then we can copy this. Control C. We copy all that, as a matter of fact. Zoom in a little bit here. All right. Let's go here to there. There. So let's make this line blue. This line. What does red and blue make? What do the colors red and blue make? Might not be able to use that. Oh, undo that. Is it purple? I think red and blue makes purple. And let's make a ball on this end. There. Maybe. All right, so we got that done. Okay, so let's review this. We got a loop, test the battery, starts to pulse with the modulation. Okay, if voltage in is less than 2.45, if yes, it'll increase the pulse width modulation. If no, it'll decrease. Pulse width modulation by 1%. All right, and we got 2 pins left. So is that all I needed to do? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because these two are using the same pins here. No, that isn't all I needed to do. I need a safety shutoff. So, I needed to come off of here. Okay, is PWM over 90%? That's a yellow. Nope, not that color. Yep, that one. And if yes, is it less than 1.0? Oh, get centered. There we go. Okay, let me try a command here. I think thought I had a way of putting a word in there, but I guess not. Okay, let's put text in there. Okay, if yes, whoops, gotta change that. I need to take the diamonds off of here and here. Alright, if yes is being. Alright. If yes. Then I need a complete stop. No, I don't need this one. I need an actual loop. Let me change this out for a loop. Where is the loop at? Loop limit. I think that's what I need right there. Yep, loop limit. Always keep putting an L there. BLINK RED DREN. This will be a full stop. And now, if this is a no, okay, I need to change this layout a little bit. I'm a little bit too cramped. So let's put this to none. Pull this off of here. And let's go here. Here. Go there. There. And then there. Let's move this around a bit. Okay, so that's gonna go there. This one can go here. Get these lines in order here. Okay, so we got that one there. All right, zoom out. Thank you, baby. If yes. Got it. Over here. All right, now let's fix this one. All right, it's PWM over 90%. Okay, let's move this one from here to there. And move this one down here. here, here. All right. Now, if yes, go here. If yes, go there. Okay, if not, connect right back to the loop. All right, and if not, connect right back to the loop. There we go. And get another text element here. There. Now we got something going on here. Alright, so let's take all the yeses. Yes. 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 Nope. Yes, yes, yes. 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 No, 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 no. There we go. Okay, so what else am I missing?
heat wave stole my emotions. I left my doubts when I was swept by the ocean, and every pulse from the tide was a finish line. A wave race we were made to ride. You and I were first in line, and we took them by surprise. I was with you all the time. You may not realize, but I'm here. I hear you loud and clear. When we get lost in our own minds, you'll be keeping me near.
All right, so we need to call 1, 2, 2 inputs. Voltage from power supply and voltage from battery. That's going to be pin 5 and pin 4 are inputs.
Painted skies that left my mind, they were your design. I followed roads that won't take me home, but lead me to your side. There is a burning in the clouds. Take a deep breath in and step out from among those crowds. Let the feeling of realization in that I'm here. I hear you loud and clear.
And
When we get
pin 3. What was pin 3?
lost, you'll be keeping me near.
That's pin 4.
You'll be keeping me near.
All right, pin 4 is an output. That's modulation.
I hear you loud and clear. When we get lost in our own minds, you'll be keeping me near.
All right, so which one is the battery and which one is the power supply? A0 and A1. A0 would be this one and A1 would be that one. So pin 5 and pin 6. A0 will be the power supply. A0 is the power supply. Did I read that right about pin 4? Hmm? You're funny, Bear. Alright, pin 4, PWM pins. It should be this one, yeah. So pin 1, which is actually pin 6. Is a battery check. Okay, I don't have that marked, I don't think. Okay, I need to mark that one. That'd be pin 6 is battery check. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pins. And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pins in use, so that should be all of them. Then you turn this off. Yep. Move it back to the left. Give it another heading. And this will be let's see. I need an integer for the pulse width modulation. What else? I need one for the blinking LEDs. So I need a delay. No, I can't have it say delay. Has to be All right, so that'll give it 1 second delay. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's it. Can't think of anything else here. Decrease pulses modulation by 1%. That looks pretty good overall. What do you think, Red Hat? That's PWM. See, I have a timer set for the LEDs. I have these ones set for ins and outs. Okay, so that's this one. I think what else I need. I need to start battery low, void loop. Yep, I think that's it.
can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause the world will doubt, try to bring you down, but your love is real. I can't see a reason to try to fight for meaning, but you give me reason to know I still have meaning. I'm not gonna fall for gravity, 'cause you lift me up when I can't feel. I'm not gonna fall for gravity. Hearing all the wasted breath, struggle with every step, and I cannot get away. But you were such a paradise, standing up a mile high. Oh, you fall to give me strength.
Pulse width modulation plays. Okay, let's save this file.
Place my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement, spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders, set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be, without gravity to hold us down. Together we'll lose sight of the ground.
I still have 2 pins unused. Overall, though, that's a pretty good deal, I think. There, a little bit less harsh on eyes.
Lost my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders, set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us down, together we lose sight of the ground.
Okay, something isn't right about that. We got an input analog power supply, an input analog, an output PWM, and analog input battery. Number 4. Pin 4. Pin 4 is ground, so that isn't right. Alright, so that one's definitely wrong. Let's go through pin 4 here. Let's renumber everything to the actual pins. That'd be pin 7. Alright, so pin 7. That means this one's going to be pin 7. Alright, so pin 7, pin 7. And that's going to be pin 5. Okay, so pin 5 is voltage from power supply. Got that. Pin 7. Okay, pin 7 is an output. Okay, so that's the LEDs. We got those two done. Pin 6. analog. Yep, that's that one. This one's okay. This one's okay. That one's okay. 3 is off. Okay, we need to look at pin 4. We're looking for pin 3. That's the output for PWM. Okay, pin 4 it has as an input. Pin 4 is an input. I'm thinking that would be this one. That would actually be pin 3. And it would be, that hurt. Oh, let's see, we have, let's look at a recap. Pin 5, input analog power supply. That's correct. Pin 6, analog battery check. I need to change the name here. Okay, that one's correct. Pin 7, output LEDs. I changed this one. I changed that one. Yep, I changed them both. That one's correct. Pin 3, output pulse width modulation. So that's what's messing me up. The pin 3 output pulse width modulation. 1, 2, 3. There. Pin 3 pulse width modulation. Now that one's good. That's output. So we have an input, an output.
She's smiling, but that may just be a disguise.
So 5 is analog power supply right here. 4 is an input analog. Can't be. There is no pin 4. There we go. Pin 3 is output pulse width modulation. Pin 6 is analog battery check. Got it. And pin 7 is output LED. We got pulse width modulation 10%. And we got a delay for 1000. That'd be 1 second. Alright, I think that did it. Ooh. That's a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Well, there it is. The full logic layout of the AT Tiny for the power board. Let me look at the commands here. Okay. Alright, I think we're good for this part of the stream. All right, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to put in there. I got 2 unused pins I can add for later use, but I'm using 4 pins, and if I need to, I can use the other 2 pins if these ones are just too crowded. If I can't do what I want with, particularly with the LED pin, I may have to break that into 2 separate pins. So if I have problems with that, then I can do that. Or if I need to swap the pins out, if one of them needs to be a digital and I need to, swap them out, I have 2 different pins I can use. But as far as I can tell, everything should fit on the proper pins. Pins have analog on every single pin, which is great. It has digital on these 3 pins, and these 3 have MISO and MOSI and serial clock, which I shouldn't need any of them, but it has it in case I do. And then these pins have the interrupts on all of the pins, as a matter of fact. All of the pins have interrupts on them. So I think that should be it. Can't think of anything else I need to add or take away. If anybody in the stream can think of anything to add or take away, I have it running, starting a loop, and it checks if the battery's low or not. If the battery's too low to run, it blinks the LED and just runs a continuous loop of blinking the red LED. And once when the battery reaches a charge level that it can run, it breaks that loop and it starts the process of running the pulse width modulation, and it sends that to pin 3. And after it sends the pulse width modulation of 10% to pin 3, it then checks the pulse width modulation, and if the PWM is enough to supply 2.45 volts, less than 2.45 volts, then it will increase the amount of pulse width modulation until it reaches 2.45 volts. And once when it does that, it'll then check and see if it's over 2.55 volts. And if it's not, then it'll just keep that same percentage. If it is over 2.55 volts, then it'll decrease the pulse width modulation. I need to change the color of this line now because it's a little bit too blue because I changed the background. There we go. Then it'll decrease the pulse width modulation until it's no longer over voltage, and once it's no longer over voltage, it'll recheck, see if it's under voltage, and of course it'll modulate between these two. And then once when it reaches a state where neither one of these is happening, it'll just leave that pulse width modulation alone, and that should be a stable voltage. And in the event that the pulse width modulation is over 90%, then this loop will take over, and it'll check if it's at 90% and the voltage is less than 1 volt, then it'll go to a state of break and it'll shut down the Arduino, and it'll blink red and green. So it'll just go blink, one red, one green, one red, one green, and it'll stay that way until you reset the Arduino. So in other words, it senses that you are pulling too much current or have a dead short, and it'll just shut the system down, so it can't burn nothing up. So you have to literally reset the Arduino, power it off, power it on, and then of course at that point the whole thing starts over again. So if you have a dead short and then you power it on and it goes through and still has a dead short, it'll just continue that dead short loop, from here to there. It'll just keep cycling through the dead short loop. And once you fix your dead short or over voltage or whatever, then it'll go right back to this same loop right here of sustaining a stable voltage. It'll just continue holding a stable voltage until something happens, like the battery goes low, or it gets a dead short, or it's over voltage. It just can't sustain it no more. It's 90% and it can no longer sustain a stable voltage. So that's this process. I need to make this available to my viewers. I can keep them posted on how things are going on this project. Sharing is unavailable at this time. Okay. Well, I will create even if I have to make like a PDF file, I'll make a copy of this and provide a link of it into the stream page. And I'm hoping to get a little web page started up here over the next couple of days, and then you can kind of follow along with the project as it's developing. This line's bugging me.
TTFN meeting.
Don't try this yourself.
Okay, talk to you later. Have a great one. I'm fixing to set the stream down anyway. There we go. That's better. Too light. There, that's good. All right, let's save that. And we'll call it done. I like it. All right, so thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time on the next stream. Let's see. Been over 2 hours on this stream, so I will see you all in the next one. Been a fun stream, and we will catch you next time. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my main streaming days.